some very fast cars out there and very modern, and I just love it. It's competitive. It keeps your edge. You know, you have to keep fit to do it because of the G-forces pulling you left and right, and it's just a competition, you know, that I like, and I like to win as well. So that's always good.
How often you win?
Last year, well, I was just after I finished. I had about 3 wins last year. And
nice.
I think 2 seconds. What was it? 2 wins in 3 seconds. But anyway, it was good. I like to win, and I like to come in the top 10 if I don't win it, and I've had a good race. Makes no difference to me as long as I've had a good race.
How about the other drivers? Are they like, hey, I love the band? Could you sign this?
As I say, I started. I didn't want to come floating in there with the big rig and the big car, and the big team. I wanted to earn the respect of the other guys by starting with a small car. And, you know, learning me trade and getting up on through the different classes until I reached the top.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. If you came in looking all like pro,
that's not a cool way to do it.
You don't have respect to the guys.
That's what we did, and now they're just great friends, and I love to be at the track with these guys. It's the camaraderie's great. It's not like professional racing where everybody's sniping and fighting. You know, people loan people parts. You know, they're going, shit me.
Wow, they'd never do that.
My suspension arm's gone. Yeah, I've got one. Do you want to borrow it? Give us it back at the end of the race. Right. Fantastic. It's called HSR. The racing. It's historic sports car racing, and it's entertaining. We get the crowds in to see it. Because you see things like 66 vets, about 10 of them coming around the corner.
That's pretty cool.
And listening to that noise, because now race cars don't have any noise. It's like,
yeah, like that fucking car, like his car. Just say it, Brian. Like his fucking girly machine that he fucking,
Shut up, you prick.
well, he had a big wreck with this car, too.
Machine. Why don't you tell a big wreck?
Why don't you tell Brian about your big wreck?
That is true. Talk about taking corners.
Yeah, he took a corner, Brian. Why don't you share with Brian Johnson your experience?
The tires were a little cold. It was very cold out. The road had sand on it because they had sanded because it was snowing.
Sure.
And the ass end came out a little bit, and I might have kissed the guardrail.
You didn't listen to your crew, did you? You got to listen to the crew again.
Brian,
2 laps,
I was on my way to the bank.
Brian,
he was going to the bank in Long Island.
Ask him how fast he was going, Brian Johnson.
I wasn't going fast. I was just shifting.
Come on.
I was probably doing like 25 miles an hour.
25?
Nothing. I was on the service road of the expressway.
You won't get hurt if you run that fast into something.
I know. That's why they're making it sound like
I blew a sneaker once running at 25 miles an hour. Jesus Christ, that's not quick.
Making me out to be asshole.
Oh, you're relating a little too much with Brian Johnson.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying it a little bit.
Next time we're up at Watkins Glen, me son, I'm going to get in touch with you, and you got to come up and see, and we'll try to get you in one of the team cars.
Oh, that would be nice.
And we've got a couple of 2-seaters there, and I'll take you around. First of all, we'll tighten you in, show you the lane, and then get in with you, and we'll let you try a couple of laps.
Take a couple of laps. I would love that. Watkins Glen, man.
Yeah, it's a scary one.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
Sounds it, man. You really. I didn't know you were this much into racing.
Oh yes.
Do you own these cars? Do you own a lot of? There's photos in the middle of the book of a bunch of beautiful cars. You own all of them?
No, I don't own all of them. That's just car pornography to me.
Oh yeah, it's just car porno.
I love it. It gets my nipples hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, son?
I certainly do.
What do you? Have you had to do anything over the years for your voice? Because obviously AC/DC is known. You know, you are known for having that voice, and it seems like a very tough voice to maintain.
No. I don't do a bloody thing.
That's great.
I know that, I've been to see other bands, and at the backstage, and I'll hear the singer, and he'll be up in some room going, now listen, the fuck, what's he doing?
You can curse.
You got a flu? Has you got a flu or something? He's going, no, that's John warming up, you know. Thing from special speech therapist, you know. So different. And I got in, and before we go on, I remember, I still do it, and the guys will be getting ready, and I just walk into the shower and go, eeeew! Right, I'm ready. That's it.
That's all you do.
That's all I do is if I can hit that note, or that clarity.
You're right.
That's, my voice is good. Oh, jeez, I hope I didn't definitely.
No, that's great.
I want you to do more of that.
Yeah. Basically, that's all you do. And that's all I need to do, and then I know it's there, and on we go. It just balls out.
And then you have a little crackling, like it might be a tough night. Have you had those nights where it's like,
Well, if you've done a lot of gigs in a row, and and you're tired, you just got to pull out that extra 10%.
Right.
You just got to get over it and get it on. But you do it. You do it because it's AC/DC, and the AC/DC go 100%, if not more. And if you don't do it, you just look like a wimp.
Yeah.
You're left behind. It's like in the snow. So you just go with the boys, and it's easy. Really. They just pull you along with them. It's just got this energy on stage that I can't ever describe.
That's obvious. Yeah.
What it is. But it's like I said the other day to somebody, said we talking about the voice, and I just said, well, even when I'm not with AC/DC, and I've done a couple of charity gigs with other great musicians, my voice never sounds the same. I mean, it's all right and it's up there, but once I get together with the boys again, something say rehearsing for an album or something, and they start playing, this thing comes out that didn't belong to me, but I'll use it while it's there. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's something. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It's just a strange thing. The way these guys play and the energy. Even when they're just sitting down and rehearsing, it's quite phenomenal.
So that's right in your comfort zone too.
Yeah, it is. I love it.
Yeah, you feel comfortable.
When after Bond died, and you replace a guy who's a pretty legendary and loved singer, is there a feeling when you go into a band like, I'm not going to be able to live up to this, or the fans are never going to, like, when did you realize the fans were going to accept you as the lead singer?
Well, obviously the first time I went out, I was obviously worried because he was a very loved man, and quite rightly so. He was a genius, the kid, and it was the boys that were great. They'd just come up and just said, now listen, John, that's our first gig. We're playing in Belgium. He says, it's our first gig. We're just going to do a small one. There's only 2,000 kids here, so we'll let you get bedded in, It's And I was going, okay there, and then this came back and they said, by the way, there's an extra 2,000 kids here. It was one of them exposition centers, and they just moved the walls, and it was fun. In the end, it was 10,000 people.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
And I was sitting going, and of course, there was delays, and I'm going, and I was getting a bit nervous, and on we went, and I went out, and of course, it was the first time the boys had played in Bond's death, and the placards for Bond were just everywhere. But right in the middle, there was one big one from the fan club just said, good luck, Brian.
Oh, wow.
It's all it took.
Oh, wow.
So
was Back in Black out at this point, or was before?
Yes, it had just come out, and so when we sang Back in Black, the first reaction it was like, they didn't know what it was.
Just very polite.
And but the first two songs we did, I'll never forget as long as I live. We did Bad Boy Boogie and Hell in a Bad Place to Be, one after the other, and I sang the words to Bad Boy Boogie in both songs. I was so nervous.
Oh, shit.
That's a hell of a start. This is not right. But my brain was full. I was going, this is, because we didn't have machines then. Right. The words, it was just, I just packed this all. I'd learned all these words and
man,
just
yeah.
The occasion was just so big,
What did the guys do?
They just laughed and played. They just played on.
What did yeah, I know they're that type of band, but what did they say to you afterwards? Did they just bust your balls? They didn't bust your balls?
No, they didn't bust me balls at all. They just said, nice one, Jonah. Because they knew what I was going through. And,
I bet, yeah.
But it was...
they call you John, it's Jonna, because that's in the book a lot. Is that a...
Jonah.
Oh, for Johnson.
For Johnson, that's...
I just figured out as I was asking him why they call him that, and then I realized what an asshole question that was.
Jonah is for Johnson. It's everybody gets called. If you're called Gary, you're called Gaza. It's just what they do in England. But that's it.
So this is a kind of an off the subject question, but it's the second question. Fourth question I wrote. What is the best car you've gotten a blowjob in?
He writes it down.
I did write that down.
Yes,
because he talked. Brian, he's open. He talked about like fucking banging chicks and their feet hanging out of the fucking. It's really.
Jeez, I can't remember. I know. And I've just told you that when you mention cars, I remember everything. And
all right, just say Saturn. Anything come to mind if we say Saturn?
It had to be a Jag. It had to be a Jaguar. Well, I was driving.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
In France.
Those are,
really?
It's coming to him.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No, but your legs get twitching sometimes.
He's been blown in so many great cars. That's the beauty of being a rock star. Is like, well, how many great cars have I been blown in? Like, for me, the list is very short. Fucking a Saturn and my BMW truck. And that's about it. I saw McCartney.
Saturn?
I drove a Saturn for a long time. The Nortons are Saturn people. We had Saturns, and that we were just, very...
Thank God they're extinct now, aren't they?
Are they?
I don't know.
I don't know. I got a lot of fucking hookers in that car.
Right.
Jimmy got a lot of hookers in the Saturn.
A lot of prostitutes in the Saturn. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really, you'd be surprised because it's not a great car, so you don't care if fucking
it's nice to know
hooker
you're sharing your wealth.
A few daddies, too, Brian.
No. They're just that might tell Brian about trannies. Come on, he doesn't want to hear about that, do you? No, me neither. No,
stop. No.
Yeah. We all make mistakes. You know how
the curtains, the screens knows quickly.
Hey, where's the band at these days? What's the schedule?
We met up a couple of weeks ago in London, and for the premiere of the River Plate thing, we had a big premiere. That was lots of fun, and we just sat and we're having a talk about what we're going to do and all of this, and it was fun to be with the lads again, after a few months, and and we decided on absolutely nothing. Like we just sit there and have a good talk, but never decide on anything.
Do you guys get?
But knowing that talk is the step,
right? Do you get itching to get back out there?
Yeah, sometimes.
You start getting the itch?
Sometimes, the only thing you don't want to do is all that travelling again. I think the bit on the stage, that's a doddle, that's brilliant, that's 2 hours of hard work, but fantastic reward, Sure. And then the other 22 hours is just a pain in the ass. It's just, every day, of the gig, rice and chicken at 2 o'clock to get us through till 9 o'clock. Water all day long, bottles and bottles of water, and then on the stage, and then that's great. And then the next day, exactly the same. Get on a plane, fly somewhere, get there, and it just go there. And that's the thing that kills you is the travel. And that sounds glamorous to some people,
but it's just a grind, huh?
Oh, it is just a grind, but. Thankfully, it's the bit on the stage that makes it all worthwhile. It's fun. Yeah. That's the fun bit.
Yeah. Why would you go through all the other crap if it wasn't so much fun, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any? There's a line in the book too where you say it's almost as something as Gene Simmons' next career move. Do you and Gene not get along, or do you like him, or do you are you not too crazy for him?
I don't know the lad. I don't know the boy.
We do. He seems a bit of a jackass.
Well, 2 out of 3 of us think that.
I just read the line in the book, so I was wondering if you guys ever had any, or if you just think
the lad does a lot of different things.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I said it's...
Not fond of all of them, though.
Well, that's why I said what I said. It's funny.
Because it's funny, damn it. Yeah,
by the way, I learned that Chuck Berry was a cunt. I never knew that was the most important lesson I learned in the book. These guys, you guys opened for him or something? Or you did a gig with him?
I was in a band called Geordie, and Chuck Berry's my hero. He was just one of the greatest rock and roll writers and singers in the world. And we went in Germany on a tour with my little band Geordie, and he used all our equipment for a week. Free. We let him have it because we were such awe, and at the end of the week he was sitting in his car, and I said, could I have an autograph, Mr.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he went, I don't want autograph a day, and I've already signed it. I went, well, it's me, Brian. I was singing the other band. He'd been using our equipment. He went, I don't care.
Oh, man, what a prick.
Mean twat. And so it was just one of them things. But, it's like the old saying, never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
You'll
always be disappointed.
Well, he wasn't the nicest man, I think, in my life.
A little bitter. A little bitter.
I think he hated everybody.
Yeah, that seems to be what it is.
I didn't take it personal.
We actually have to wrap up. You got to go to, I guess, Brewer, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Brewer real well over there, Jimmy.
There you go, Jimmy.
Yeah, and then you got me again on the Boneyard. I'm doing you again.
Hoorah!
By the way, the book is called, I am being very honest when I tell you the book is hilarious. And I said I have no interest in cars because you don't have to have an interest in cars to like this. It's The way you tie it in is fucking. It's a truly funny book, and it's interesting.
Please, you liked it.
I loved it. I blew